I'm Jacob Morse, and this is Hashtag Headlines, our look at what's trending in weather and climate news. Let's start tonight with Hashtag Teddy. After strengthening to a Category 4 major hurricane over the open waters of the Atlantic, Hurricane Teddy made a close approach to the island of Bermuda, passing just 150 miles east of the island on Monday. Rough surf was not only an issue for Bermuda, but also for most of the east coast of the United States. While large waves caused dangerous conditions, they also caused thousands of shells to wash up on the North Carolina coast. As Teddy moved farther north over colder ocean waters, it underwent an extratropical transition. This process usually happens to tropical cyclones between 30 and 40 degrees latitude, where the storm begins to interact with fronts and other features in the mid-latitudes. In the tropics, hurricanes are usually symmetric and gain their energy from warm ocean waters. However, in the mid-latitudes, extratropical cyclones are powered by differences in temperatures as air masses clash with one another. The biggest change as a result of the extratropical transition was the growth in terms of size of Teddy. By Tuesday evening, as the storm neared the Canadian Maritimes, the tropical storm force wind field had grown to be over 1,000 miles across. This large wind field caused massive waves to be observed, as this chart from the Ocean Prediction Center shows swells over 60 feet near the center of the storm, and one buoy 100 miles south of Nova Scotia observed an individual wave height of 80 feet. Fortunately, the waves weren't nearly as big along the coast of the northeast U.S., but some coastal flooding and beach erosion did occur. Teddy made landfall in Nova Scotia last Wednesday, dumping over 5 inches of rain in a few spots and causing wind gusts in excess of 80 miles per hour. Hashtag Sea Ice. Last week, the sea ice cover in the Arctic shrank to its second lowest extent since modern record keeping began in the late 1970s. The only other year with a lower sea ice extent was in 2012. Naturally, throughout the year, the extent of the ice cover in the Arctic grows and thickens in the fall and winter, and then shrinks and thins in the spring and summer. However, this year the shrinking of the ice was exacerbated by a few key factors. A Siberian heat wave in the spring helped to begin melting the Arctic sea ice earlier than normal. Arctic temperatures were 14 to 18 degrees above average during this time, causing the ice to melt exceptionally fast. Additionally, the general decline in summer sea ice extent in recent years has caused fewer regions of thick multi-year ice. This leads to more regions of thin ice that melts much faster. The ice loss is leading to a dangerous heat spiral where more and more of the ocean in the Arctic is being exposed, which absorbs more heat. This contributes to the Arctic warming twice as fast as the rest of the planet, which affects local communities and wildlife. Hashtag Drought. The drought in central Pennsylvania has been discussed on this show several times in recent weeks, but the scale and intensity of the drought in New England is worse. A large part of the region is under severe drought conditions, with multiple areas of extreme drought on the latest Drought Monitor report. The majority of New England has only seen 25 to 50% of its normal precipitation over the past month, and no precipitation has fallen across most of the region over the past 14 days. This has caused extremely low stream flow in New England, with many rivers and streams setting new record lows, as shown by the red dots on this map. Some rain is expected in New England this week, which will certainly help the situation, but by no means eliminate the drought. And those are this week's Hashtag Headlines. Your short-range forecast is coming up next.